Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I guess I'm going to entitle this video, unless I change my mind and you see different down here. I'm pissed today, and I'm going to tell you why I'm pissed today. I don't ask for much. When it comes to business, I just expect you to do what you're supposed to do. And if there's a problem, give me a heads up, because I'm going to try to run through this quickly. And today is like when it rains, it pours, because all this stuff happened today. I bought a guitar off of Reverb, maybe about on the 22nd of last month. It came, played it for about 20 minutes. Then about 5 hours later, played it again. I noticed the volume switch or position switch, the 5-position switch. Only 2 of them worked. The first one and the last one. All the ones in the middle didn't work. So I emailed the guy and said, hey, the switch is not working. It was working when it got sent to you. Well, it's not working now. And what I noticed was, and maybe this is why he didn't catch it, was it does it intermediately. I can't even get the word out. It doesn't always not work. You know, the first time, when the first day I took it out the box, it worked, you know. Then later on that day, didn't work. Then later, actually, it worked again. Then it didn't work. So I was like, this got to go back. So I sent it back. And he initially wanted me to pay for shipping. I'm like, why am I going to pay for shipping on something that you sent me that's not working? So Reverb stepped in and they paid for the shipping. So I shipped it back, and I kind of knew he was going to try to pull this bullshit. You're supposed to get your full refund. So when I got my money, I noticed it was minus my shipping and handling. And I'm like, I know sometimes they try to throw this nonsense at you, a restocking fee. And I understand that. That's when you get something, for some reason or another, you just don't like it. It's not that there's nothing wrong with it, you just don't like it. Then they charge you for that. But seeing that this came defected and broke, why you think you're going to keep my shipping and handling? So I contacted Reverb. Well, let me say this first before I contacted Reverb, because I'm going to try to make a long story short. So I contacted actually my credit card company, because I rarely ever use my debit card for purchases on eBay and Reverb. Usually 99.9% of the time is PayPal. But for some reason, this particular time, I decided to use it for certain reasons, budgeting of the month, you know, and I rarely do that. And this is one reason why I don't do it. So I contacted my credit card company, and first you get the prompt nonsense. So they asked me for, you know, this security information, the last 4 digits of my social, the credit card number, the little number on the back. I gave them all that. So I'm like, okay, good. So now I'm talking to a live person. And since I gave them all that information, I'm like, okay, let's get this resolved. They can't get into my account until I give them more information. And the lady said, well, I'm going to send you a code to your email. And once you repeat the code, because I guess apparently for some reason, they still think I'm not me. I'm like, I've given you my social. I've given you the credit card number and the flip side. So why are we going through even more? So she said she's going to send me an email with this code. And then when I get the email, I'll repeat it to her over the phone. The email never came. I refreshed my browser 4 times. The email never came. So she asked me for some more information that I did not have on hand. I'm like, what you're asking me for, it's going to take me about 20-30 minutes to go back there and find it. You know, what was the last amount on the credit, on the check that I wrote? The last check I wrote was in October, you know. And then I was able to track that down. Then she asked for 2 other things. So I'm like, I don't have that on hand right now. You know, so long story short, they couldn't assist me. They told me that I have to call back when I had this information. And I'm like, well, the problem with that is it takes hours to get through. You know, I'm like, I'm trying to resolve this before I hang up with you, because if I got to call you back, it's going to be a couple of hours maybe. And then I get put on hold, or you're going to call me back because, you know, all operators are busy. So that was a waste of time. And she said the reason why they do this is to make sure that when someone steals your card, you know, they would probably have your card number information and perhaps your social security number, which I don't understand. I'm like, unless they took your whole wallet and went through it. But my question is this, and I throw this out there to you guys. What would be a reason for someone to steal your credit card or your wallet and contact your credit card company? For what reason? Would they call on your behalf to say, hey, I stole this from this guy and I need a credit increase? You know, That makes no sense to me. That scenario would never happen. So I'm like, so you're safeguarding against a scenario that most likely would never ever happen. That makes no sense for anybody to even do that. So I hung up with them because I wasn't going nowhere. So I called Reverb, explained the situation, and they said, yeah, he's supposed to send you your money back, all of it. So they said they're gonna, put a little fire in his ass, because they asked me, well, if you want to just resolve this right now, we can give you $30 in credit. I have nothing to buy right now, so that would just be a wasted $30 credit just sitting there. The guy said, I totally understand. So they're going to contact the guy and force him to pay me the full amount. And I gave him the appropriate feedback, because I'm like, come on, man. First you send me something that don't work. Then you try to get me to send it back on my dime, which would be about $50. Then once you get your guitar back, you want to give me a partial refund and not my shipping and handling costs that I put through. I'm like, come on, man, what kind of bullshit is this? So that was issue number one. And that right there would have carried me throughout the day as far as something jacked up, messed up. So then I ordered some drums from Guitar Center, because, I'm about to do some more drumming stuff. And, I was trying to get, some drums. So I bought a drum kit. It came today, opened up the box, some of the shit missing. The kick is missing. And they sent me 2 hi-hats. I'm like, you sent me 2 of these and I don't need 2, and you don't seem to kick. And the guy that I talked to said, I actually boxed it up myself. I said, well, something's missing. And he said, well, I'm not a drummer, so let me, talk to the other guy. So he talked to the other people. They said apparently the kick, they didn't have one. So my question, of course, is, so why the fuck did you sell me something that's partially missing, parts are missing, and those parts that are missing makes me not able to even use this? It ain't like you sell me a guitar and just some strings missing. Yeah, I can replace the strings, and then I can get going. The kick drum missing. So they look and they say, well, they'll see if we can try to find one. If not, you can send it back. I'm like, I really don't want to go to the trouble of boxing all this shit back up and then carrying it out of here. That box is tall and big, So I'm saying to myself, don't anybody test the stuff before they ship it out? You got drummers on hand in the department or in the store, so nobody came around just to check this thing to make sure it played? Because they said that they might have taken it in without the kick, which I don't believe, because I'm like, why would you take something you can't even test, So I'm gonna most likely end up having to send this back, because I'm like, let me go on eBay, see if I can find me a pedal. Shit, pedal about $130. I'm like, I only paid $200 for the kit. So what I'm gonna do when they call me back, if they haven't found one, because I don't think they're gonna find one, because that particular model drum kit from Alesis has been discontinued, I'm gonna say, hey, let's do this. You send me $80 back and I'll find me a pedal, and then you want to worry about me packing this up and sending it back to you, because it ain't no good to nobody else that you try to sell it to if there's no kick pedal, but Guitar Center is notorious for that. Within the last 12 months, I've had this issue. They send me a guitar that the neck is so jacked up that from the fret, from 10 on down, there's no tone or sound at all, because the neck is jacked up. Nobody bothered to play the guitar before they shipped the guitar. Then they sold me a drum machine on the side panel. The side panel's missing and wires are literally sticking out. And that angle, when they took the picture on Guitar Center, there was no picture of that side picture. And I see why. They didn't even test it. They just box it up and just ship it off to you. And I'm like, y'all need to stop this, man. How much time does it take to test your product that you're about to sell to somebody? Play it, test it, then ship it. Apparently they didn't even bother to try to play this thing to make sure it was okay before they sent it to me, because they couldn't. The pedal was missing. Nobody in the store, including the drummers, said, hey, I think, well, you missing the pedal here. I can't even test this thing. Nobody. So I'm really pissed today, because I'm like, I'm only expecting you guys to do what you're supposed to do. That's it. I did what I was supposed to have done. I paid you, I just want the product in the manner that I was supposed to get it, because it'd been different if they would have noted, well, we don't have the kick drum. Then I wouldn't have even bought it. But instead, they didn't mention it, they didn't have it, and then they shipped this shit. I can't use this without the pedal, So until next time, I'm signing off. Like I said, today I'm pissed because all this nonsense. Take care.